ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training. On that front, the Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, Cooperative, through a Skills Development Fund, is spearheading that agenda in Ghana.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people?
That is correct.
Our research showed that Ghana was at number 8 in the world when it comes to cybercrime.
On this program, we shall open up the SDF to you.
So SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff to be very productive.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
We are now even positioned to train about 400 workers.
To give them $276,000 US. There is a fund from which we are giving grants to businesses to address these challenges.
You develop these moringa plants into products like soap, creams. Okay.
Watch SDF Diaries on the Joy News channel on Multi TV every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. SDF, managed by Cooperative, is an initiative of the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
Hello there and welcome to SDF Diaries. My name is Albert Ankra. Rice has become a major staple food in Ghana. It is consumed within the domestic and commercial setting in any Ghanaian community. Rice can be used for various local and continental dishes, including rice balls, wache, rice water, fried rice, jollof rice, etc. Ghana produces only 30% of the local demand for rice. About 70% of the product is imported from Europe, America, and South America. The importation of rice is therefore essential to provide food security. However, Ghana spends over $400 million each year to import rice, a situation that has adverse implications on our balance of payments, the availability of foreign exchange, and sometimes inflation. Today, SDF Diaries throws a spotlight on a rice cooperative based in Osudoku to find out how they have benefited from SDF funding. You're welcome.
A major implication of Ghana's huge rice import bill is unemployment in the local rice sector. By spending $400 million on imported rice, we end up creating jobs in Europe, America, and South America rather than in Ghana. Efforts by past regimes to boost local rice production as a strategy for reducing the over-reliance on rice imports, thereby creating a market for locally produced rice, has not succeeded due to the limited production capacity of the local rice farmer. A farmer-based organization contributing to the production of rice locally is the Osudoku Agricultural Cooperative Society. The organization has its office in Osudoku in the Dangbe West District of the Greater Accra. It was established in 2003 after the government of Ghana developed about 2,500 hectares of irrigated land for rice growing in Kpong. It has a membership of about 2,500 farmers and operates within a radius of 15 to 30 kilometers with rice production as its main activity. The organization, amongst others, has the following goals and objectives: to increase income of members through modern farming practices, to procure farm machinery, inputs, and improve seeds for members, to promote the socio-economic well-being of members, to mobilize funds for the maintenance of the irrigation facility, to promote the health and welfare of farmers, consumers, and reduce environmental pollution. Gideon Mate is the president of Osudoku Agricultural Cooperative Society.
Our objective is that we need to actually produce rice to enhance our livelihood, and then our farmers to know the technology in rice production, and also seed preparation, because all these things, when you farmer, you don't have access for it. You cannot actually produce rice as a business. So our objective is that we want to produce the rice. We want to let our farmers know the rice production in technology, machinery, and then seed preparation, fertilizer application, land preparation, and also marketing. Because when you produce and you don't have market for it, then it means you cannot earn your income.
The local rice farmer faces a severe challenge in the absence of a modern technology and skill that maximizes crop yield per acre of rice grown. Presently, the average rice farmer in Ghana, using existing traditional methods of rice farming, is only able to harvest between 2 to 5 metric tons per hectare, compared to a continental average of 6 to 8 metric tons in countries like Mali. This is also due to the existing harvesting and post-harvest practices. Farmers from the cooperative lacked adequate knowledge and skills and the right attitude in the following areas in modern rice production: land preparation, weed control, fertilizer application, agrochemical application, disposal of agrochemical packaging, use and benefits of protective gear, selection of meal, packaging of rice. The result of these challenges have been low yields, poor quality rice, and low income. In order to reduce rice imports without creating shortage in the local rice market, there is a need for the assurance that local rice farmers have the capacity to produce to meet local demand.
Before the SDF found, the challenges we were facing in our cooperative society is that we lack skill development, training to enhance our members in rice production. One, agrochemical usage, we lack that knowledge. And then also land preparation, we lack the knowledge in land preparation. And then also we lack processing and marketing of our produce after we harvest. Another challenge is fertilizer application. We lack training in fertilizer application. We didn't know the quantity of fertilizer we need to apply at a specific time. So we applied the fertilizer anyhow, and that didn't help us get a maximum yield, and we lose. Always we lose, and then we are complaining that we don't have anything when we farm. These were the challenges we were facing.
In March 2013, the Skills Development Fund awarded a grant of 57,600 Ghana cedis to the Osudoku Agricultural Cooperative Society to upgrade the skills of 250 members in new and improved agronomic practices, safe use of all associated agrochemicals, efficient post-harvest management technologies, processing and packaging. Danwell Eku is the SDF grant specialist.
Rice is a major staple in Ghana these days, which means that we are spending a lot of foreign exchange importing it. Therefore, any initiative that supports local farmers to improve their cultivation and production practices is well in order. That is why the Osudoku Agricultural Cooperative in Asuchari in the Dangwe West district has been supported by SDF with a membership of about 2,500. The funding support will go to train about 250 of their members to improve their cultural practices in the area of land preparation, water management, the application of agrochemicals, and packaging of their final product. Already this is beginning to show signs of improvement as in the past they could only do anything between 2 to 5 metric tons on a hectare. Now they are doing over and above 8 metric tons per hectare. This is a major improvement.
The SDF grant has been used by the organization to upgrade the skills of members. The training was done by the School of Agriculture, University of Ghana. Farmers were taken through land preparation so as to establish good seedling and crop establishment. Farmers were also taken through the biological cycle of the various rice varieties and how to conduct weed control and fertilizer application to ensure optimum yields. Other training areas included the safe use of agrochemicals, compliance to instructions on labels, and application of recommended dosage to minimize chemical misuse and its hazardous effect on the soil, plants, consumers, and the ecosystem.
If ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training. On that front, the Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, Cooperative, through a Skills Development Fund, is spearheading that agenda in Ghana.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people?
That is correct.
Our research showed that Ghana was at number 8 in the world when it comes to cybercrime.
On this program, we shall open up the SDF to you.
So SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff to be very productive.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
We are now even positioned to train about 400 workers.
We give them $276,000 US. There is a fund from which we are giving grants to businesses to address these challenges.
You develop these moringa plants into products like soap, creams. Okay.
Watch SDF Diaries on the Joy News channel on Multi TV every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. SDF, managed by Cooperative, is an initiative of the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
Timothy Osakpa, farm manager and trainer from University of Ghana Soil and Irrigation Research Center, Bong, shared some light on the trainings.
A lot of farmers now are going into rice cultivation. But, although they will see that they know a lot of work on rice, there are a few other things which we felt will help them, increase their productivity. And this has been the main core of the training that we have. Now, initially, what I did was I took the farmers to the field and tried to actually see if they can actually be able to identify a rice plant. And although they know rice, there are special features which they don't know. Although they are all grasses, this is rice. What actually differentiates the rice plant from the other grasses? Now from there we went into land preparation. We taught them how to use the power tiller and just to be able to level the fields very well, so that you have a fairly even water on the fields. Further we taught them how to do seed selection. Most often in the market you see that sometimes people will like the aromatic rice, some will like long grain rice. Generally rice, we have different food preparations. We taught them that depending on the market, they need to be very selective so that they don't just grow any rice. Now we also told them that before you go into plant, you must make sure that your seeds are tested. Now the seeds that we use for broadcasting is the same thing that we eat. So if they will not germinate, then it is better used for food as compared to just broadcasting and then you waste it. Now we also told them they should not just grow any variety. make sure you take your seeds from a good seed source, which could sell, so that you will not just be planting any variety and you will not have a market value for it.
The skills acquired through the SDF-funded training has already begun yielding dividend on the ground, testifies Elizabeth Atakli, a rice farmer and member of the Cooperative in Akuse.
It helped me a lot. It helped me a lot because when they taught us, they came and teach us how to prepare the land. They taught us about 2 ways of preparing the land. The first one is how to use tractors or rotavators or commota. And the first one, those who have the commota, the tractor, if your farm is waterlogged, you can't use the tractor. But if there's no water, you can use the rotavator or commota. So when they taught us, they teach us how to kill the grass first. The first one, we have to kill the grass with chemicals. And the chemicals too, they say we have to read the labels first before we start. So reading the label, we know how to use it. And that one also helped me. And then my place here is a waterlogged, so I do use a rotavator or a commota. That's the first thing we started with. And then when they preparing of the land, how to the water that we will put inside before the this into